Hey, what's up my friends? We're out here in the early morning at the woodpile with a new multi-tool. This is the Rocktol or Roctool 12-in-1 multi-tool. Interesting. So this is the entire tool set. Pretty dang useful, I must say. It has a lot of useful functions. Mainly these three. These others, just nice to have, but these three functions alone, super useful. This multi-tool was about $26, but they always have discount coupons on the listing. I do actually own all of the Rocktol or Roctool multi-tools. In my experience, they do have very good quality control. I will list them all under the video for your convenience, but you see this one, these little mini scissors certainly remind me of my leatherman.wave, right? An interesting multi-tool, so I'll list that down below. And this one is actually, it's their version of a Leatherman Surge. You'll be interested to note that this actually does have the tool exchanger with a file and with saw options. So that's quite interesting. So I will list this under the video as well if you want to pick one up. A very nice comprehensive sheath where you can hold all your accessories. Now I will be doing reviews of these two tools, but this thing has so many functions that might take a while. So if you're interested, don't wait, because these could sell out at any time, right? We've got a plain edge knife blade, lock. On the other side we have some scissors, which you could open one-handed in a pinch. You gotta make them lock like that. They are spring-loaded, so some nice large scissors. There's the lock. We have a sewing awl, right, with a sewing hole. Could also be used as a reamer. This they describe as a combination bottle opener and can opener with a wire stripping notch there. And then we have what they call the glasses screwdriver and just a larger flathead screwdriver. All right, the lock for those tools is on the back here. It is a lever style lock with a pivot right there. So to lock or unlock, you press this, right? So that's unlocked, and then it locks like that. Next up, one of the best parts. We have a bit driver. All right, comes with a double-sided bit. From other multi-tools, I have a bunch of bits that will fit that driver. It has one-handed opening for the knife blade with an opening slot. The blade does lock, that is the lock. It is secure. You can disengage it with one hand. Got some seatbelt type material. Does well. That was a push through. Let's do a slice through. There you go. Now when I first got this multi-tool, I did test out the edge with the old paper test. So let me roll in that footage and then we'll be back. And there's some scissors footage in there too. Okay, well, it did come sharp. They advertised this as ultra sharp, and I have to hand it to them. It is pretty sharp. I did touch it up slightly. I really just smoothed it out with these ceramic rods, but literally for no more than 15 seconds, just for optimum performance. And while we're here, might as well use the scissors a little bit. This is some twine that I typically carry in my pack, has all sorts of uses. The scissors work better if you use them with your right hand. Okay, so let's try this. All right, well, they work pretty well on the twine. Yeah. There you go. All right, well, there you go. So they did an excellent job on this edge and on the grind. As you can see, it's a partial flat grind, right, with a bevel there, bevel there. I am so glad that they went with a partial flat grind instead of just the cheap, janky, like partial hollow grind that you'll see on a lot of budget multi-tools. No, this is definitely the way to go. All right, the bit driver, we've got an Emerson Persian here, useful to us because it has a big old flathead screw. It's not very deep, but all right, let's loosen up this screw. All right, so it works fine, and like I said, this is held open by friction, so no real problems. Okay, so now, yeah, this is loose. Let's tighten it back down. I hope you're all doing well these days. Alright, just how I like it. Yeah, now this has those two other screwdrivers, and I'm sure you all know what a screwdriver is. Alright, here's the awl. Now the awl is a leather punch, or you can use it as a punch through other materials. Right, so works pretty good. Punches through the seatbelt type strap. And you can also use an awl like this as a hand drill. Okay, the combination opener. Let's see if we can do this and keep this in frame here. Oh, there you go. And the can opener function. We got some corned beef hash. I'm just going to pierce it because I'm frickin' left-handed. It's kind of a pain in the ass to do it with my right hand, but just to show you that it's, you know, it's well sharp enough to pierce into that can, and you could just, it's a pulling type can opener. You could work your way all around. So yeah, combo opener. All right, the wire stripping notch. Let's see if we can strip a little wire. Okay, in business. So yeah, well, focus. Okay, so yeah, basically, you know, it will strip off the coating of wire. Works better if you kind of score it all the way around, right, and then do it. You can also bend it in half. You can also bend it in half, and a lot of people will use this like this, right, but it's not locked in this position. All right, here's the pocket clip in action. There you go. All right, so how is the pocket clip? I'd say it's a little bit loose, but there's a close-up of that clip. Overall thoughts on the multi-tool? Actually very handy for the price. I'm glad that I picked this up. The best part is that they've done the blade and the edge correctly. The scissors are pretty good too. Now, are those scissors as good as Victorinox small scissors? No, not really, but that's no surprise. I mean, I found that the Victorinox just makes the best small scissors, but these are still perfectly usable. Bit driver, very useful. The other tools, now these two tools are more useful than they might seem because it's very common to use a hooking blade like this for any sort of piercing or random scraping task, as well as a lot of people just use them as a box opener. Just put it in, draw it across. You want to save your blade from nasty tape and stuff, you can use this as a box opener. And an awl as well is often just used for any sort of random poking or scraping task. So those are, you'll find uses for those. I like how compact it is. They managed to fit a lot of different functions in something that's really no bigger than the pocket knife a lot of people carry, but this has so many more functions. The opening is smooth, like the pivots did not require any adjustment. The opening is smooth. The slot works well as the opener, and it locks up securely, yet easy to disengage when you need to. So that's all good. I like the two-tone. They made this a little more attractive than most competitors, right? Like this would make a nice gift for the handy person in your life.